National Day is around the corner, and that can only mean one thing. It's officially Bamkuch season in Luxembourg. And today I'll show you how you can make this iconic cake in your home oven. Bamkuch means tree cake, and it makes sense because when you cut into it, you'll see all the different layers, just like in a tree trunk. And whilst the traditional version is cooked on a rotating spit, we'll make it in a square tin at home and bake the dough layer by layer under a grill. And since it's quite a lot of effort to bake a Bamkuch, I always bake two at once because it's same work, double the result. It's a very straightforward cake batter, so let's cream the butter with the sugar first. And then I'm adding some homemade vanilla extract, and that's just scraped vanilla pods that I've soaked in vodka. And now I need to crack 12 eggs and add them gradually to it. It's double quantity, so yes, it is a lot of eggs. So the traditional recipe calls for separating the egg whites and yolks, and then beating the egg whites until stiff and folding them through the batter. And that's so much more work that one day I accidentally forgot to do it, and I chucked everything in at the same time, and the result was exactly the same. So ever since, I'm going for the easy way. And then the ingredient that's absolutely essential to give it all its flavor: lots of rum. And now for the dry ingredients, I just need flour, cornstarch, baking powder and salt. And now we're ready to bake. And for that, I'm not using my oven, but the oven grill, because we want to grill each layer so that it gets slightly charred. And as soon as this one goes out, the next one goes in. And now my trick to get the moistest, most succulent Bamkuch, I'm adding a layer of warm apricot jam on top. So this one comes out, and this one goes in. And now that we get to the second layer, I am not using apricot jam, but I am using a little rum syrup, because this is a seriously boozy Bamkuch. And then I'll keep on alternating like this, and in total I should get around 10 layers. And once the last layer is grilled, I'm switching from the oven grill to the actual oven, and I'll bake these two for another 10 minutes just to make sure they're fully baked. And these two bad boys now need to fully cool down before I can give them a really boozy icing as the final touch. So, and this will take a while for the icing to set. I leave it overnight. And then, once it's set, I leave the cake to wait and rest for another day before I cut it, because it will get even more moist and the flavors will have developed. Oh, and the final little tip, why not freeze a few chunks and just take them out whenever you have guests or when you crave it, because somehow the freezing process makes these cakes even better and more moist. My God, they really are the moistest cakes I've ever eaten in my life. What a joy to see all these layers come out. when you cut them open. Oh, it's the best, seriously. Wishing you all a lovely Nationalfeiertag. Feiert gut!